No, hello, brothers. Today I would like to tell you that one story of mine of an unsuccessful date and how freaking simps played a major factor in it. It was like 2 years ago, I think. It was at the time when my friend from Moscow came, basically like visiting me and with his wife, and basically I matched up with some uh, young female on Tinder, and I think she was Turkish. Well, we have a lot of Turkish people in my country. Well, technically, I'm also a Turk, but I'm like Eastern Turk, and the Turkish people are like the Western Turks. So we're all like Turks, but then there's some differences also. So anyway, I matched up with this young, attractive female, and then I proceeded to her Instagram, and we sort of chit chatted, had some chats on Instagram and here and there, and I mean, it led to me basically inviting her on a date. So we basically set a date for the next like Friday, and when the time came, the day came, she basically said that, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't today because I don't have the time. I'm so busy at my work. I'm sorry, let's postpone." So okay, like no problem. I mean, let's postpone it. Yeah, for the next Friday. And then the next Friday, I write to her. So how about the date? We've set it for tomorrow. I wrote to her on Thursday, and yeah, and she said, "Well, actually, you know what? I feel kind of sick, so I don't think I will be able to do it. So maybe what about the next week?" So okay, then the next week, of course. I mean, you're sick, right? So postpone it to the next week. Then the next freaking Friday, I write to her again. Okay, so what? Yeah, so are you ready? Like today? And she says, "Oh, you know what? I'd love to, but I'm so busy." Again, she's busy again. So then I basically proceed to her Instagram, like. So then I basically start like scrolling through her videos, through her posts on Instagram, because I didn't really like look through it before. And then I realized that, I mean, she had like 2,000 something, like 2,300 maybe subscribers. And then I realized that was making like posts every day, like every day 1 to 2 posts, like videos and photos. And then just looking through all of those posts, I realized that uh, those were like, I realized those were quite complicated, videos that she was making. The videos that you would actually have to make like a setup, use a proper like camera and dress up and all that. So that would really take quite a time, maybe like 1 hour, 1.5, maybe even like 2 hours if you also add the time needed for the makeup for women, how they like it, right? So then I realized, wow, so she doesn't have the time to go on a date, and it's been like 3 weeks. Well, okay, maybe I would say 2 weeks, because 1 week she was sick, and apparently she has the time to make those posts. And it's not like she's a big sort of Instagram celebrity or something, influencer. No, she's kind of, maybe she was on her way. Maybe she had those plans. I don't know, but she didn't really have that much of traction and action on her profile. So I start scrolling through her like recent posts, and it was all just some dudes praising her, just some freaking simps all over. They were just praising her. "Oh, you Aphrodite. Oh, you beauty. You're too good for this, uh, dirty ass, ugly world. Oh my God." And I just scroll through them. And I see a lot of them didn't even have like the photos, like the actual real photos on the avatars. It's just some writings, some text, some like some just like background color, just solid colors. Well, a lot of them also did have, and when you look at them, like when you actually go to their profiles, you see these guys just they're just completely out of it. Just the app, almost everyone was just some freaking loser, like bozos. Some actually in their sixties. Even I saw there were a few dudes that were like clearly in their sixties, pension age, and they were sitting in some freaking crappy ass like houses. Some of them, I don't know where they were working. It looked like they were some, I don't know, like in some remote areas, maybe in some crappy houses, like no good facilities, nothing. They were just sitting, and apparently they had nothing better to do with their lives, just wasting on crap. And she was, and then it kind of uh, sparked me that these ladies, like who seem decent at the first glance, they prefer to be shooting the stupid freaking videos and posting stupid photos of themselves, in nice dresses and all that, with good makeup, showing off basically their bodies to some random freaking loser bozo simps, rather than going on a date with actual real guys who have perspectives. Imagine that. So I actually wasted a month on this girl. It was not 3 weeks, it was a month. And I even like decided to sort of like give her another week, like sort of put a controlled freaking shot out there. So I just told her, oh, okay, maybe how about next week? So I just said, just sort of, I mean, I wouldn't be losing anything, just sort of to test it out, like put a freaking dot on the whole sort of incident, on the whole endeavor. And of course, again, she said, oh, I don't think I'm going to have time. So like, yeah, this girl, I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe she was looking like for additional subscribers on Tinder when she was like matching up with people. But then we had like some pretty good sort of chats. Like, I don't know, maybe I can't even characterize the longevity of these chats, because I don't even know how it works with online dating sort of chatting stuff, right? But anyway, it was pretty long. And then she does that. She just prefers this online stupid virtual dudes. She doesn't even know who these guys are. She prefers being praised by some freaking lunatics, imbeciles, instead of going on a date. The last time I even told her, yeah, because you don't have time, you just tend to have like problems with your timing. How about she wrote me her address. I mean, kind of like the house. At least she didn't tell me the apartment. So I just basically proposed to her, well, okay, I'll just go and meet you up like at that restaurant that is right across the street from your house, so that not to sort of harden you, with your timing, because you clearly have like issues. Because I said that sort of to test it out, but then I was also kind of curious, like why was she, like is it actually that bad with modern women that they prefer this? Because in the chats she seemed kind of decent. And then she's also like Turkish, and they tend to be kind of more traditional, from what I know, because I have a few acquaintances, a few buddies who are Turkish. Well, they are technically Meskhetian, which means they are like Georgians, really, like they are actually Georgians. Well, it doesn't really matter. They speak Turkish. They basically like a branch of Georgians who just transitioned to Turkish language and became like Turkish. But that's not the topic of the video, right? So anyway, that just kind of goes to show how women are delusional. Literally, I spent my one freaking month on this idiocy. Okay, and I got nothing out of it. So it's just wasting time. But Tinder, which is the reason why I deleted Tinder, because it turns out that there's so many women who are just seeking. They're looking out for subscribers. Really, you know, they lead from Tinder to their Instagram, so that guys would be like, they feel like I got a match, but actually you are being lured into her Instagram to become one of the many thousands of subscribers. That's how stupid it all is. Which is another reason not to be on these stupid apps. It's freaking meaningless, really. And I don't know, it's just crazy. And it also goes to show how bad it is, the whole situation is with the simps. My God, the simps, something needs to be done with them. Honestly, bro, I've never been a simp, but I saw so many of them. And well, you see even more of them online, really. It's not even like in real life. A lot of them would probably shy away from like showing their sympathy in real life, right? But that's what they are naturally. They're losers. They're just natural born losers. Okay, they don't understand basic stuff. Man, I even wrote this manifesto anti-simping because I've got so unhinged about the simping stuff. Jesus Christ. Gentlemen, brothers in arms, warriors of clarity, lend me your ears. Today I come not to hate simps. No, for even hate is a gift too noble for them. I come to despise them, to look down upon them with the same disdain one reserves for a wet sock in winter or a plastic fork at a steakhouse. Let us not confuse this with rage. Rage implies power. What I feel is closer to contempt, perhaps pity, for these eternal dwellers of their not even mother's basements. Mother's basements would probably be too good for them. But their grandmother's basements. The blue-lit caveman hunched over OnlyFans, Twitch streams, and DMs that will never be read. Don't you get it, stupid? Simps are not victims, they are volunteers. They offer their dignity like tribute to the gods of digital approval, kneeling before e-girls, handing out likes, compliments, and money as if they are the gatekeepers of validation. But here's the brutal truth. No one respects a man who grovels. Not women, not men, not even dogs. At least dogs bark. These are not nice guys. They're nice guy, a trademark of desperation disguised as chivalry. They are not defending femininity. They're inflating egos beyond recognition, creating women who now believe bare existence deserves tribute. They've broken the market for us, sane men. Let's talk economics. Simping is hyperinflation, the Zimbabwe dollar of dating. I keep laughing at this one. One cute selfie and 100 simps rush in with hearts, comments, poems, donations stretching to hundreds of thousands of US dollars. How dare you? Oh my God. Why don't you send me that money? I can make good use of it. Stupid. The woman doesn't even need to be interested. Why try when you're already being worshipped like Cleopatra, reincarnated with Wi-Fi? And what happens to the rest of us? The sane man. We're out here being asked for $200 dinner dates just to maybe earn a US sweet text back. Why? Because Chad and Tyrone are sleeping with them and the Sims are sponsoring it. Yes, dear simp, you are paying the electricity bill that powers her phone to ghost you. Marvel at your own role in this tragic comedy. They are not just wasting their lives, those simps. They're wasting hours, the sane man's. Do you understand the collateral damage? Because of simps, modern women think every man is just one hay away from an emotional support payment. Because of simps, a man must now compete with men who offer not conversational connection, but PayPal receipts and digital groveling. Simps slow down the race for all of us. They are the guy who takes a selfie with every mile marker during a marathon, blocking your path while shouting, "Notice me, senpai." Masculinity, you simps know. There are no simps who are listening to me. I'm pretty sure because you wouldn't be hearing, you wouldn't be watching my videos if you were a simp. Maybe you were, uh, but you are now healed. At the very least, I'm pretty confident most of you are not, because you wouldn't be here. But I hope this video becomes like viral and goes out somewhere, ends up in some simps freaking playlist somewhere. Masculinity is not found in obsession. Masculinity is not about dominance over women nor submission to them. It's about self-respect, purpose, and legacy. Simply spiritual death by 1,000 DMs. Masculine men build, they protect, they lead. They don't kneel for crumbs of attention. They don't sponsor delusion. They don't fund narcissism. Let the simps call you mean. Let the simps say you call. Let them. It means you're doing something right. Reject this era of emotional servitude. Reclaim your spine. Reclaim your silence. Reclaim your time. Upgrade from simp to sovereign. To those caught in simp purgatory, salvation is still possible. Stop watching girls live stream themselves. Breathe in. Existing. Cancel that subscription. Take that money and invest in your strength, your mind, your craft, your wardrobe. Hell, even your dog. Maybe even your cat. Because we are not cat haters here, okay? I don't own a cat, but I just prefer cats. I have the video about the cats and dog stuff and masculinity. If you want to watch it, go ahead and do it. Let her wonder why you're not commenting anymore. Your silence is your power. Your attention is the currency, and some things simply aren't worth the spent. This is a war for dignity, gentlemen. Simps are not just a meme. They're a societal illness. You are the cure. Not through violence, not through bitterness, but through discipline, distance, and refusal. Learn to say no. Refuse to pedestalize, refuse to chase, refuse to be another full-funding fantasy, refuse to be the footman, because in the end, kings don't simp. They rule. Kings rule. That's about it, guys. Something must be done about the simping epidemic, because it's just going out of hand. It's just really is making everything so bad for everyone. Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, subscribe to my channel and like this video and visit my shop. It's bastionofman.com. I have an extensive collection of designs and many collections. So go ahead and take a look and support this channel by grabbing something for yourself. And I see you in the next videos.